Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. Thank you so much for being here today with me. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel. And if you are here with me live on Twitch, thanks so much for joining me. I hope there's not too much of an echo going on. If there is, I don't think there's anything I can do about it. As of now, I did just move houses, and so things might take a little bit to get settled, but thank you guys so much for joining me today. Now, this weekend we did have another regional in Brazil, and the Shrine of Punishment decks ended up dominating the field pretty much. Over half of the top 32 decks were Shrine of Punishment decks, and 7 out of the top 8 decks were Shrine of Punishment decks. So that's what we're going to be reviewing today in preparation for in preparation for Philadelphia Regionals, which is this weekend. Joe, I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself? Ragalikar GG, why did I move out? Because my lease was up, so I needed to find a new place. The new place is pretty nice. The move went well, and thankfully we have internet. I generally did not expect to have internet so soon, which is really great. Like the internet guy came on the day of the move, so that was awesome. And yeah, one of the first Shrine of Punishment decks that we are going to review today is the BUZZWOLE plus WEAVILE deck. So you have Baby BUZZWOLE, 130 HP and Ultra Beast. With attack Sledgehammer, it deals 30 damage, and then if your opponent has exactly 4 prize cards, you deal 90 more. So during a turn or a couple of turns, Sledgehammer will be pretty powerful. The rest of the turns it's not as powerful, but it's a pretty good, cheap attacking non-GX Pokemon. Then we also have Swing Around, which deals 80 damage, and then you flip the coins. This attack does 20 more damage for each head. We don't have P-String or any other thing to to power up BUZZWOLE, so it's gonna take a while to power up Swing Around, but there might be instances where the attack ends up being useful. We have 1 Regirock, which that's wrong, it should be 4 of these guys, so 4 Baby BUZZWOLE. We have the 2/2 Macargo line with Smooth Over. We get to rearrange our top deck, we get to draw whatever we need at the time, especially with the Acrobikes and the Professor Kukuis that we are running. And we have the 3/2 Weavile line. So Weavile with 90 HP, its first attack Icy Wind does 10 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon now asleep. Could be a useful stalling tactic for maybe a turn or two, hoping to get lucky with the slip flips, but Evil Admonition is the real the real attack here. It deals 50 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon that has an ability, so a lot of damage right there. We are seeing a lot of abilities coming into play because there's no way to lock them out of the game. And even in a mirror match, you can just see how you have Diancie, you have Sudowoodo, you have Macargo, and you have Oranguru. So all of those cards do add up to the damage that Weavile does. Now, in terms of supporter cards, we have 4 Cynthia, 3 Kukui, 2 Lily, and 4 Guzma. The Kukui, Lily, and the Acrobikes go really well with Macargo's Smooth Over ability. You also have, of course, the 4 Shrine of Punishment, which when between turns you put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon GX and Pokemon EX, both yours and your opponent. However, we are not running any GX attackers, so the Shrine of Punishment will only benefit us. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball to make sure we have the right Pokemon at the right time. We have 4 Choice Bands as well to maximize our damage output, and then we have the 1 Escape Rope, the 1 Switch, and the 1 Rescue Stretcher for utility purposes. Very low on the energy, we have 4 of the unit energy, which provides fighting and darkness at the same time, therefore we have coverage, or we can use that instead of rainbow energy to prevent the damage counter, and it helps BUZZWOLE and Weavile. We have the beast energy so that BUZZWOLE deals the extra damage with Diancie and the Choice Band, and we have 4 basic energy. And Kula Diamond, indeed, non-GX Pokemon today for today's stream. And so, I do want to save the changes. And so as you can see, guys, we have BUZZWOLE Garbiter as well for today, the Malamar Spread deck, we have an Altaria GX deck, and a Zoropod deck for today. So it's gonna be kind of an extra long stream. We'll see how it goes as we move along. And let's get going. So let me put that, and thank you, Supremix, lol, and Giaco, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the bits. Very, very kind of you. Hello, SSJ 1997. Thank you to everyone who is here today. Okay, so we started on Guru, probably the least useful. The least useful starter, or one of the least useful starter of the deck. And I mean, at least we have the Kuzma, so we can use that to switch out potentially. Okay, so we see that we are probably up against the BUZZWOLE Garbiter deck, so that's going to be an issue. Matt, thank you so much for the follow. I feel like I should just start setting up the BUZZWOLE here. I have no idea what I'm up against, but I'm just gonna, if I'm up against the mirror with Garbiter, I need to keep track of my item cards. Yeah. How strong is the new expansion for competitive Pokemon? I don't think it's very strong, honestly. I don't think it's very strong at all. Okay, so it is the Baby Buzzcarb deck indeed. So we can get the first attack off here. Our hand is not great though. I mean, I should still go for the first damage, right? Powering up the BUZZWOLE doesn't sound like a horrible idea. And Conrado, FDS, thank you so much for the follow. Do I power up for Swing Around? That's the question. I feel like I should. I am giving up energy for Swing Around, but that's okay, I think. That's okay. There's a Cynthia. Kevin, con estos resultados, pues sí, ya cambió el meta, ¿no? Ya cambió el meta. En Brasil se vio que el meta fue todos estos decks de Shrine of Punishment. Okay, so... Wow, my opponent not only finds the Beast Energy, jeez, but he also finds the Diancie. So he's gonna deal 80 damage, and then the next Baby BUZZWOLE deals 50 damage, which is really sad. And yeah, we're definitely... Oh wow, this is actually BUZZWOLE, Garb, Weavile, Macargo. So my opponent has everything. My opponent has everything. And Sidra Draco, one of the decks that I built for today is precisely that one. Altari GX with Latios Prism Star. Okay, so we are probably going to lose based off of this horrible draw. We're probably going to lose based off of this horrible draw. I couldn't even find an energy for Swing Around. So we are in a lot of trouble here. A lot of trouble. Saranmir, sí, Vikabulu sigue siendo jugable, aunque es mejor Vika Rayquaza. We see a switch, so my opponent even able to prevent... Wow. Did he... What? Did he actually switch and get the energy off of the one card Instruct, or did my opponent misplay and not attach before using Instruct? Either way, that was a ridiculous play. Either way, that was a ridiculously lucky play for my opponent. Ridiculously lucky. Wow. I can't believe my opponent just did that. he played a switch and either risked not getting an energy to attack, or he had it and he didn't attach it, so he misplayed and drew one card less with Instruct. And yeah, Alternate GX could be interesting with GX immunity. The issue is that GXs seem to be on the decline for now, right? Jeez. Goodbye Orankuru. Everyone just has absolutely everything. Oh, or maybe he smoothed over for the energy, and that's why he knew it was going to be up there. Okay, that makes sense. We are actually in Sledgehammer turn. We are indeed in Sledgehammer turn. I think I choose Cynthia here. I'm really looking for more attackers. Okay, this will be my third item card, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I should just not play more item cards. I'm gonna Sledgehammer. My opponent shouldn't have any way to break out of the Sledgehammer turn for now, I believe. So we'll see. We'll see. Hola, Carlos. Neolex says, how in the world is this Baby Boss Shrine deck so good? I mean, if people are not careful with their item cards, the 4 Shrine of Punishment, like Zorak decks were being very greedy with only like 2 stadiums or like just 1 field blower. What's the best counter for Shrine decks? A lot of stadiums, and then a psychic attacker. So I think like Malamar is potentially strong against it. Why would you attach another energy there if I'm gonna KO the BUZZWOLE? I'm still in Sledgehammer turn. Why would you do that? My opponent is making a lot of weird plays here. I don't want to play any item cards. I'm just gonna Lily here. The Pseudo Wudo would actually be very nice here, because it forces him. He'll probably end up discarding the Diancie, which I am okay with. I'm actually okay with him discarding the Diancie. Wow, he chooses Orankuru. Okay, so then we'll Sledgehammer. He can, if he finds energy, he can KO my active Buzz, but I needed to KO that guy, and I had no way to switch. So now it's up to my opponent to find an energy. If he does find an energy, then we are in trouble. We are in a little bit of trouble. If he doesn't though, he is in a lot of trouble. You can see Choice Band. And Malamar loses to Shrine Buzz Weavile. I mean, does it though? You can't control how many abilities you have. You can't control how many abilities you have. I was also thinking Banette. I think Banette GX could be a very good card against these decks, because all you need to do is like play down 1 Banette at a time, right? And that way Weavile is only dealing 100 damage, and then Banette just 1-hit kills everything in the deck. Like you play low items, you're not weak to Garb. I mean, I'm sure my opponent's going to draw the energy. Oh, okay, yeah, he has Smooth Over plus Orankuru, so he is going to be able to get the energy. We're gonna see the Smooth Over, we're gonna see the Instruct, and we have no draw whatsoever. I think Empoleon or Ludi Cargo could also be good. Okay, I'm in a lot of trouble here. I really need to set up a Weavile. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so with my Cargo, I'm going to Smooth Over for a Sneasel, right? Yeah. Or a nest ball. Yeah, let's go nest ball. And then we'll do this. We shall grab. Oof. We lose a Cynthia. I mean, we're still in a lot of trouble though. Don't get me wrong. We are still in a lot of trouble. That's the 4th item card. No, the 5th item card. So I can't play any more item cards. I cannot play any more item cards. Probably should have promoted Diancie actually. Yeah, I should have given up on the Diancie. Well, if my opponent has Guzma plus Rainbow, he can't kill my Sneasel. So I might need to stall for a turn. Yeah, I'm gonna lose the Buzzwole, then I'm gonna lose the Diancie, and I'm gonna need this Weavile to clean up for me. But it's not looking good. It's really not looking good. And yeah, Banette is weak to Zork indeed, but it's like how long you can't beat everything. Yeah? You're saying Malamar loses to Shrine Boss Weavile. Banette is weak to Zork. It's like you can't beat everything. If you play Banette to beat the Shrine decks, yes, you lose to Zork. If you play Zork, you lose to the Shrine decks. If you play the Shrine decks, you lose to Banette. You can't beat absolutely everything. That's the reality. Yeah, so giving an argument of why a deck is not good or not, against another is a bit pointless because like giving such an argument is definitely a bit pointless simply because oh, we're gonna see the Guzma here, aren't we? Yeah. It's pointless because there's always a but, right? There's always a but. But this loses to this, but this loses to this. Rafa, thank you so much for the bits, very kind of you. There's always a but to every single deck. So if you start thinking like that, then you might as well not play anything because there will always be something that beats your deck. Yeah, always, every time. Okay. And indeed, Rafa, indeed, new background. And wow, that's such bad manner. That is actually such bad manner. To do that well played before you're even done with the game, that is such bad manners. So not only did we play against a super lucky opponent, but he's also bad mannered. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. So this deck, the BUZZWOLE Weavile deck, is definitely at a disadvantage against Garbodor based decks because it does rely on item cards, but clearly it can't use item cards effectively. Otherwise, Garbodor just runs you over. Yeah. And I mean, Banette Garb is a strong option against this deck because Banette is really good. I don't know. What does this Weavile deck lose to real games? It loses to the baby BUZZWOLE Garbodor. And Kiago, thank you so much for the 2 bits. It loses to the BUZZWOLE Garbodor deck. Yeah, Psychic typing does a number to any of these decks. Psychic typing does a number on this deck. And Rafa, thank you so much for the extra bits. Very, very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Okay, so this is a pretty okay hand, except for the triple choice band. And Gyako, thank you so much for the bits. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and set up the Sudowoodo. And this is a Zoro Lucario deck, so I'm gonna leave Weavile for the late game, and I'm not gonna reveal Weavile yet, and then we'll pass. Hello, Mr. Rayleigh. If you cannot beat everything, you need to hard Metacall. So how do you make Metacalls back in Mexico? I don't. I just play something that's consistent and that I believe has a chance against most or the most popular decks. Yeah. So right now, I think my Metacall would be Zoro Garb. Oh wow. Right now, my medical would probably be Zoro Garb. Okay, I don't want this. I want this puzzle to be clean. I think Zoro Garb is the deck that is the Zorak deck that has the best chance against all of these shrine decks, and you would play heavy. Rafa, thank you so much. Thank you so much for those bits. Very, very kind of you, making a big statement there. Thank you so much. Long time no see indeed, Mr. Rayleigh. What was I saying? So yeah, I think Zoro Garb is probably the Zorak deck that has the best chance at beating these decks. I think that's how you adjust for Philly. Energy, Lucario gets the KO. No Shrine of Punishment for us yet. No draw supporter for us yet either, which is very sad. I think I'm gonna have to Guzma KO this guy. I think that's gonna be my play. Jeez. Can't catch a break today, guys. Can't catch a break with these draws. I mean, the deck is very low on draw, though. That's something I don't like about the deck. It's very bad on draw. And Gago, thank you so much for the extra bits. Thank you so much. Kevin, like we said, like Banette is not a bad option. It is weak to dark Pokemon, so Weavile can KO, but nothing forces you to bench more than one Banette. So as long as you have one Banette per game or whatever, then you can just use that in order to like if you only have one, then Weavile hits for 100, right? And then with Acerola, like you constantly Acerola, and then you're good, right? I think Psychic type attackers and Acerola is how you beat the deck. Right? Psychic type attackers and Acerola is probably how you beat the deck. Seems like there's a lot of rain some places, weird calls like Guzzlord in some others, and hard shrines in others. Regaligator, GG. I don't have cups. I haven't had any cup yet. Mexico doesn't have as many tournaments as the US. Like in the whole country, there are like 5 or 6 cups at any given time, which is very sad. So, and don't apologize about my country, it's just about asking. It's just I really can't tell you generally because I don't have that information. Okay, is Orville still a solid call? I don't think so. Okay, this is really, really bad. These draws are just not helping our case. If we had a Shrine of Punishment, just dealing damage, this would be a whole other story, but... real games, Zorgar played with heavy stadiums, heavy counter to the Shrine, right? Because these decks, they have 4 Shrine of Punishment, right? So as long as you can counter it every single time, then that's only 40 extra damage. And if you have heavy Acerolas, if you have max potions, then you can definitely play around the damage. Yeah. Weavile seems to be the new meta, yeah. How come the Sudowoodo? The Sudowoodo prevents Zorg with Devoured Field to KO BUZZWOLE. That's the reason why it's there. Yeah. That's the reason why it's there. You think Zoro Lycan is the most stable deck list? I mean, Zoro Lycanroc is definitely a safe play. I don't know about stable, but it's definitely a safe play. Okay, so I think I switch at this point. I really, really need to draw something here. That's not good enough. Jeez, what is it with these hands? Is this a non-GX deck? It is indeed. It is the BUZZWOLE Weavile non-GX deck, which is generally not working very well. It's generally not working very well for us. We see our Professor Kukui, therefore no Guzma, therefore the Weavile is safe-ish. I'm hoping I can draw something for this Buzz. My opponent just has everything. Okay, so I think I risk then the Weavile, because the Weavile can get me KO. Weavile plus Shrine of Punishment attacking this turn would be the dream. We've played one draw supporter here. We have played exactly one draw supporter. Okay, so we have knockout. That's my... Oh no, we don't. We don't have knockout. What am I saying? So we really want Shrine of Punishment here. Like I said, we really want Shrine of Punishment here, or a draw supporter. Thank you. One... Yeah, with the Cuckoo, if I found Shrine of Punishment, that might have been KO. Nope. My Shrine of Punishment deck just does not want to find Shrine of Punishment. I mean, this deck just dominated the whole meta in a regional. We are definitely drawing very subpar though. Very, very subpar. We've played a total of two draw supporters. We played a total of 2 draw supporters. And yeah, you don't need to draw that well with it, but you need to draw something, you know? And I'm not even drawing that something. I don't like these kinds of decks. Because you're so susceptible to... yeah, we're pretty much done here. We are pretty much done, I would say. Ivan has played 1 Professor Cuckoo. I assume he has 2. Our only chance is to find a stretcher to get back the Pseudo-Wudo. That is our only chance. Mr. Rayleigh, thank you so much for the 520 bits. We do not find a Pseudo-Wudo. We do not even find a Shrine. So all my opponent needs is a DC and a benched Pokemon, and then that's game. There they are. All 4 Shrine of Punishment are just in our deck, doing absolutely nothing. And we see another preemptive well played. Guzma is enough as well to just win my opponent the game. Yeah, even with Sudowoodo, with that hand size, there's no way my opponent doesn't have what he needs to win. Yeah, there's absolutely no way. Oh well. Oh well. And by the way, guys, this month it's September apparently on Twitch. So I believe if you are a subscriber, you can renew your subscription for $1, or you can become a subscriber for $1 this month instead of 5. So if you guys want to check that out, that would be pretty cool. This deck is just not running well at all for us. Let's find another game, and if not, then we'll move on to the BUZZWOLE Garb, and if not, we'll move on to the Malamar spread deck, etc, etc, etc. Not great. Not great. Okay. So we win the coin flip. We go first. And we get another of those hands. I can't showcase the deck properly when you get these sort of hands. We haven't seen a Shrine of Punishment in 2 games, I think. No, in 1. Last game, we didn't see a single Shrine of Punishment. This game, we start with 3 of them. And there's no Lele, so we can't do anything other than get a Norin Guru. Here and draw 1 card. Okay, so fixed, but at what cost? Right? Fixed, but at what cost? I'm gonna go ahead and attach to the Buzz, and I will pass. Sneaky Smash. Okay. And what's the other attack? Ambush. Okay. And we see, okay. Super high quality games today, apparently. Super high quality draws and games. Okay. So let's move on. Let's move on here. Mr. Rayleigh, you got the Tablemon card. That's good news. I'm glad you got it. All the way in Malaysia. I think that's the furthest that a Tablemon GX card has traveled so far. Okay, so we are going second. We finally have a playable hand. Yeah, let's bench this Nizel. We forced my opponent to limit himself, and that's good news. Yeah, I think a safe pick for Philadelphia would be Zorocarp for me, just because Garbiter seems to be very good against these decks. Right, just 4 items and you 1-kill the BUZZWOLEs. 5 items and you 1-kill everything. So I think Zorocarp would be my pick. Okay. Order pad, this is a Shift Tree GX deck, so Weavile is not going to be too impactful. We see an order pad heads for Nest Ball. There we see the Nest Ball for probably another C-Dot. No, okay, so it is Zorak Shift Tree. Okay, that's good. Oh my gosh, we get judged. We finally get a playable hand. Oh, okay, we doubled it. Jeez. G. Louise. So I'll choose when deactive. And we get the win immediately. Okay. So Dumb Drummer, I have never played any ARG events. It's not worth me traveling for them. Only TPCI events because I get points. I get like points to qualify for Worlds. Points for day 2, points for travel awards or stipends, and there's a potential $5,000 prize. Whereas ARG events, they're small. There's the $1,000 prize pool that is split in the top 8 almost every time. So you only get $250, and it's not worth me paying over $500 to travel to try to earn $250. It's not worth it at all. So just TPCI events. Zorak Shift Tree at the League Challenge, and you got 3rd place. Very nice. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we're up against a Decidueye deck. Do I want to Ultra Ball? No, because I would lose energy, and energy is super valuable. Energy is super valuable. Okay, so decent start. Decent start here for us. You're playing the ARG event in December in Orlando. That's nice. Okay, so my opponent just tackles me. I definitely don't mind that. I'm not gonna mention this Nizel just yet to try and make it a surprise, kind of. We're only gonna hit for 30. Very sad. Very sad. There's our first ability. There's our second ability. So, oh wow. So, the 10 damage, is it relevant? No, it's not relevant actually. It's not relevant. There's a Rowlet. What do I think of Leafeon? Not too great, honestly. not too great. Okay, so let the Shrine of Punishment damage spread begin. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and attach. I mean, I could Professor Kukui here. Is that relevant? 30, 60. Probably should have saved that choice band. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? Very nice. Double nest ball. Gonna grab a Sneasel as well. And let's do Sledgehammer for a lot of damage. Just 80 plus the damage, Shrine of Punishment. We do have knockout with Weavile if we get that. I don't think we'll have knockout with BUZZWOLE if we do. And Frankito, the next deck will be Malamar with Shrine of Punishment. So yeah, Mr. Leafian doesn't seem great, although, I mean, its ability is not great, but Leafian, oh wow, enhanced hammer. Leafian, and yeah, we only have 4 of these energies, so I'm gonna be more careful with them. If I'm not gonna attack, then I'm not gonna attach. The next deck will be Malamar Shrine. And Leaf Injects, its ability could be good against these sort of decks because you get to heal, right? So its ability could be good. ¿Cuál es el deck de la nueva expansión que seas mucho war full wishy-washy? No, no realmente. No realmente. Do I give up on a Sneasel? Yeah, that seems okay. We'll give my opponent 2 prizes, and therefore that will activate Sledgehammer for us. And we'll get a KO. Okay, very smartly he recognizes that this boss is the threat. What the CDY deck with Shinotic. My opponent's setting up very, very nicely here. That energy though, that energy could be costly. Okay, so we lose that guy. He will lose at the CDY. And the shrine is still there. Altaria es el que quiero jugar, Kevin. Okay, so there's a Professor Kukui, we don't need that. If I bench the Sudowoodo now, then all that accomplishes is my opponent discards the Lele, and the Lele being there could be good needs for us. So there's an energy, which is nice. Let's Acrobite for the Macargo. That works, and now my opponent needs another TC, which I assume he will get. However, Weavile will do a lot of damage to that guy. So we'll just Sledgehammer for 2 prizes here. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what our next 2 prizes are. So yeah, Choice Band and a Kukui. Because we can finish off this Lele at any point, pretty much. Yeah, Kukui is nice. That guarantees we get something else. There's 3 Pokemon with ability. If my opponent chooses to evolve into another Decidueye, then there's 4, and then Weavile can get a knockout. And he will. My opponent will choose to have a fourth Pokemon with an ability, or not. Puts back the Rowlet and the Decidueye. Zoro Banette or Zoro Garb. I think Zoro Garb is probably better right now. I think either you play Banette Garb on its own with heavy stadium play to counter the Shrine decks, or you play Zoro Garb with a maybe with a heavier Garb line, like a 4-3. Like 4-3 Zoro, 4-3 Trash Avalanche could be a thing. Or maybe 3-3 is enough, or 3-2. But you also need Fairy Pokemon for the Double Rayquaza as well. Okay, so my opponent does have 4. He might even go up to 5 since he searched for the Decidueye. Yeah, he will go up to 5. What is the best deck this format, and why do you think it's Blaziken? I wish it was Blaziken. I love playing Blaziken, but it's... I mean, Blaziken, against the Shrine decks, Blaziken could actually be good. It has a ton of HP, it spreads, it's self-sustaining. So Blaziken could actually be good. I was also thinking Ludicolo Macario, but that probably is too many abilities where Weavile just does a number to them. If my opponent doesn't have a DC here, that would be fabulous. That would be absolutely magical. And yeah, my opponent will not have a TCG. So that's pretty good. So I think my play here is... Yeah, Weavile is about to have a field day against my opponent. Weavile is about to run over my opponent. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. We're still in Sledgehammer turn, right? So we're going to Escape Rope. Have I seen Empoleon Swampert? Empoleon Swampert also seems decent. My opponent promotes another Oranguru. Then we're gonna Kuzma this guy. And we are dealing 120 damage plus the Shrine. Right? Plus the Shrine. I think I'll attach energy here as well. My opponent does have the DCE, but this puts a target on the BUZZWOLE rather than on the Weaviles. And I'm gonna smooth over for another Weavile. Or another Shrine. Nah, another Weavile, just in case. You never know, right? You never know. I'm gonna go ahead and evolve. My opponent could play a Judge, which would be bad. If he plays a Judge, then I'd rather have the Weavile down already. And then, with the Choice Band, the Sledgehammer will do enough, right? Yeah. Without the Choice Band, the Lele would have been at 160, and you never know. Like, you never want to risk your opponent playing an Ace Roll on that Lele. And then there's 4 abilities, right? There's 4 abilities. And with the in-between turns damage, and especially with Professor Kukui, we all should be able to finish my opponent off here. I do think Empoleon could also be decent. I really think Ludicargo could be good. Like, I'm sure there's some turbo variant of Ludicargo that does well against the meta. Okay. Isn't there like a Lunatone that shuts off Macargo? Probably not worth playing, but who knows. Okay. I do want to build a Blaziken deck. We're gonna see a Kuzma onto the Weavile, that's perfectly fine. The Kuzma means our top deck is not changed. So if I hadn't evolved into the Weavile, then my opponent would have been able to judge me. Now that I benched the Weavile to entice him to attack it, we just get the Weavile, Kukui attach, and that's game because there's 4 Pokemon with abilities. And even without the Kukui, it's game because Shrine of Punishment puts him at 30, then I hit for 200, and then Shrine of Punishment puts him at 40, or I hit him for 200, so 230, and then Shrine puts him at 240, and that is the game. Isn't 2 stage 2s hard to set up? Yes, of course it is. Wow, and my opponent just doesn't care. Just goes for the 4th, the CDI. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter at this point, right? If I have Weavile energy, I have it. But yeah, if my opponent had not been greedy, my opponent actually had a good chance here. If my opponent had not been greedy, if he had not KO'd the Macargo, but rather he would have done 4 Feather Arrows on the Sneasel and KO'd the Weavile, then he would have won. That's where my opponent would have actually won the game. But he didn't. So, big misplay. Maybe he wouldn't have won. We still would have hit for a lot of damage with Swing Around onto the CDI. Not enough to win us the game, but definitely would have hit for a lot of damage. The Beast Energy would have been nice. So we would have hit for, and the Ultra Ball for Diancie. So we would have hit for 130 and 60, 170 in between turns. So maybe we would have dealt enough damage. I don't know. Thoughts on Champions Festival to counter Shrine decks, Soda King, Mr. Soda King? I mean, that makes sense, right? Champions Festival is nice because you heal damage, and then the champion, like, Shrine puts damage, Champions Festival heals the damage. So definitely a potential counter. Though I feel like something like Devoured Field in Zorak decks is much better. Champions Festival could be good in Rayquaza Vikavolt. Although there, maybe you want to play Lysander Labs to prevent Choice Bands from activating, and therefore the 10 and Tablemon can one-hit KO you. So I'm sure there will be some deck that can use Champions Festival, but I feel like Zorak has a much better option in Devoured Field, and Vigaray has a much better option in Lysander Labs. Magnezone has a much better option in Mount Coronet. So yeah, it's like you start seeing where I'm going towards. The move went well. RealGames.ca, thank you so much for asking. And that will be all for the BUZZWOLE Weavile deck. Not very impressed, honestly, by the deck and by the way it ran, but it also did very well in Brazil, so the deck definitely has merits. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out the channel. And if you're watching live on Twitch here with me, don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back in just a second.